All right. So, Tom, you were working on the sound profiles for the floor. You said you're going to work on the fourth floor.
Essentially, you asked me to focus on like the sound profiles for floor 3 and 4. I will give you the third floor first. The third floor, we have lovingly dubbed ramped up stakes. We will be bombarding the player with a shit ton of sounds. They won't know where everything's coming from. It'll be one big like noise wall that will just be hitting them, and it will lead perfectly into the fourth floor, which will be a dubbing silence.
Yeah.
Essentially, the player can't see anything, so the only thing the player will hear is their own breath and their own footsteps as they try and navigate a pitch black maze. It will go from loud sounds overwhelming you to absolutely nothing overwhelming you, and that's pretty much the idea for the third and fourth floor. I'll go with the fourth floor because I have that a bit more mapped out because it's just easier. So way me and Dylan talked about it. We're gonna change it completely. We're gonna make that floor completely fucking silent. So the only thing the player will hear is like their footsteps and whatnot, because obviously they can't see shit. So we're gonna make it very silent, and they're gonna have to try and use sound. The player can only hear essentially their own breath, their own footsteps, make it very creepy and isolating almost. And that's how they're going to try and get out. We even talked about how I forget who Dylan was debating having someone hang themselves. So we were going to just have the sound of like a chain rattling in the distance somewhere that the player can't actually reach, but they can just hear it. And they're thinking, what on earth is that sound? Only for them to come back and they just see the body there. So essentially, that's what the fourth floor is going to be like, very silent and it'll be very easy to do. The third floor is where, according to Dylan, where everything ramps up. So we're gonna essentially go very balls to the walls. We're gonna go the exact opposite. We're just gonna bombard them with a lot of shit. So, and that's kind of why we're doing it for the third and fourth floor. They go from like having everything in the kitchen sink thrown at them to also nothing at all for the next floor, because it's meant to like really absolutely creep out. Once again, very straightforward and very easy to do. We'd have to iron out the details once the level is actually made, but if it's going to be made the way it is in my head, it'll be very easy to do.
Say that last part again. We're going for the third floor. We're going from loud sounds to nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, like I said, the third floor, it will like I said, it will bombard you and like overwhelm all your senses.
Yeah.
The idea is to make the player feel very overwhelmed, and then it will be a major contrast the second they reach the next floor, because it will be the exact opposite. They will have nothing in it. They'll have nothing here them at all. But that's the idea, because it'll be very creepy.
Oh, so that's for the second floor that we're going to go down to like basically having nothing again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. You said you're going to like do a sound profile and like do a little sound showcase for us?
Yeah, that will be that'll be for like the top floor, the demo.
Yeah, cool. You guys have been doing like a really great job. Okay, sorry guys.